Good day, everyone. My name is Atlife Mohamba, and I'm going to respond to the question of Miss Corey's leadership style and the benefits of democratic leadership. This is in response to the question of the highway presentation. So let's get straight to it. I'll be talking about, the introduction, Miss Corey's leadership approach, as in the case, employee wellness concerns, characteristics of Miss Corey's leadership, ideal leadership style that I'm going to present or prescribe, democratic leadership, the benefits of it, and how to implement democratic leadership style as an executive. So this presentation examine Ms. Corey's leadership approach at Airway and contrast, obviously with democratic leadership style. If we've read the case, it is very contradictory to the democratic leadership style. So we'll delve more into her actions and the repercussions thereof, and explore why democratic leadership could be more effective approach for the company. And let's just give an overview of Ms. Corey's leadership approach. Number one, deceptive and aggressive. We can actually see, she sounded as if on the outside she's one of the top executives to have, but employees inside were suffering. So it was very disturbing, very aggressive, and her actions were destabilizing to the employees. I don't think Miss Corey understood, how to motivate employees and how to inspire employees. And by this, it really led to a significant unrest within the company as a whole. Firing of employees. One of the things that really sparked a lot of debate is whereby six employees were fired for voicing their concern about the company culture on a private Slack channel. And they fired one by one, and which was very sad. And this action caused further turmoil and obviously grew significant public backlash. And after being reported by The Verge, very harmful culture. One of the impact that would have happened or that happened, as a result of the type of style of leadership that she was using, authoritarian, for example. And obviously, as an impact to the employees, they would feel that harmful, culture whereby many employees, whether current or former, felt that Miss Corey's leadership and culture, was very detrimental to employee wellness. Very toxic culture. It was very, very seen in the case. Obviously there was issue of micromanagement, which is one of the toxicity of the workplace, and public reprimands. Whereby people would be reprimanded publicly for whatever wrong that they, or for whatever mistakes that they've made. Which is very, very detrimental to any employee wellness. Obviously, a very manipulative Miss Corey, because you'd see that she would send messages at 3 a.m. on Slack demanding certain tasks to be done, saying that you should take photos while working. Such actions, they demoralize any type of employee that you might actually come across. So very, very manipulative, and her actions were nothing short than the desired of a former, sorry, of an employee who is high ranked at the company, like an executive. Another thing is very sensitive to criticism, and she just took offense and struggled through criticism, and in so doing, it really drove away the success that Airway had, and obviously led to a 90% revenue drop and significant employee follows. Micromanagement, very domineering and micromanagement approach, created a stifling work environment whereby, she could have delegated more. She could have, led people to lead other people, and should just get reports. But she would want to now, micromanage even the employee, which is like three times or three phases lower than her grade. So you would think that she would delegate, leave people do what they do, get reports, and act on it on a strategic part. But she was quite operational for a strategic position. What do I recommend? I recommend a democratic style of leadership, you know, which could be a solution because we see there's a lot of toxicity, there's a lot of disgruntled employees. But for the success of the company, democratic leadership, which involves group participation in decision making, fostering a culture of open communication, equality, and innovation, are the keys of democratic leadership, which I would recommend to Airway Luggage Company. What are the key features of democratic leadership? Group participation. Groups are involved, in making decisions, free exchange of ideas, open debate. And this approach ensures that all voices are heard and valued, which is one thing that was stifled by the type of leadership that Ms. Corey had. Improved outcomes, and according to research, you find that democratic leadership leads to increased production because the contribution for all group members, they know where they're coming from, they know where they're going, they know the mission and act upon the mission or vision. It's one thing to know the mission and act on the mission or the vision because you believe in it. So employees become more invested in projects, and they're committed to this overall success. What are the benefits of democratic leadership? And which could have been advantageous, or for our for it to grow to the heights that they would have wanted. Number one, innovative solutions. Any democratic leadership style lead more innovative solutions to challenges because there's an inclusivity in doing things. Every perspective is valued, tested, and validated, and at the end of the day there's a result on what can we do as a consensus. Though sometimes people, they feel it might take time, you may do this, but I recommend this because it's very, very key to what is happening to sort of unfold it better. Skills development, very critical. By involving employees in decision making process, employees gain valuable experience and better prepared to take on more responsibilities. And at the same time, they develop personally and professionally. Obviously, there's higher morale for employees. Employees feel that there's morale in what we're doing. They are very happy. Their opinions matter. Their contributions are valued. At the end, they're motivated and very satisfied in what they do. How to implement democratic leadership style is I'm recommending this. Encourage participation. So leaders, should create an environment whereby team members feel comfortable sharing their ideas and opinions. But you need to set clear expectations and deadline because if not doing by not doing this as a democratic leader, sometimes people might not be accountable to their actions because sometimes with no clear deadlines and expectation, they just do things however that they want to do. Inclusive decision making, managers should involve the team members in decision making, ensure that all their voices are heard and considered. This approach helps build a sense of ownership and commitment to the common goals. Then provide ongoing support, continuous support, train employees, help them develop, for an effective participation in decision making. This fosters a culture of open communication and ultimately of collaboration. And in conclusion, Ms. Corey's leadership approach, centered on turbulent and toxic work environment, which is very, very bad. So by adopting a democratic leadership style, this could help Iowa build more positive, productive, and innovative workplace, ultimately leading to greater command success. And these are the references from what I have read, researched, and got the text from. So thank you very much.